Isn't this piano music always a vibe? Hello, hello, hello. How are we? How are we? How are we? As always, introductions, introductions, introductions. My name is Luen, and I am the Archsage of Arcanum Exodius, our humble little library on this corner of the internet. Welcome. Now, before we get into the Pokemon ASMR, I just kind of wanted to update you guys on what's happening behind the scenes, okay? And so some trigger warnings first. Oh, that's good, Aura, that's good. Those who have been around the past couple of days know that I'm working on a project. I don't know if I'll publish it or not. I keep going back and forth between it, okay? Because it's not anything happy or good, but it's dealing with some stuff in my past. Alright. Feels really weird to not even have debuted yet and to kind of have like a past life. But, so some trigger warnings, just I'm not gonna get too much into detail. I'm just trying to slowly brace you guys for if, like, after everything is all done and I decide that, like, hey, we're gonna publish this, we're gonna put it out there. I'm just trying to brace you guys because it's gonna be like talking about sexual harassment, talking about grooming, talking about just a laundry list of evil, awful things I did to someone. Alright. That all took place from like 2022 to pretty much May of 2023. So we're going on about a year and some change. Okay. And yeah, I don't know if I'll publish it because it is like as I'm writing it, as I'm going through it, as I'm processing it and dealing with it myself, it's a lot. And it's all really bad and it's all really sad. And like I've said it many times and I'll say it again. I wish I didn't. But I can't do anything about it. I can't undo what happened. I can't change the past. I can just do my best to go do better going forward. So, um, yeah. And like it's also like talking about the stuff that happened to me that kind of like changed who I am and shit like that. Oh, Saiso doing ASMR. Um, like I've mentioned this before on stream, maybe a month or two back, but I was assaulted at work. Like I work a security guard job, and someone held me down and pounded my head in while everyone else looked. And then for the next couple of months, I had to go see that guy in court. And that definitely changes some perspective. Not right away, but it was like a combination of things. So I don't know. But I just want to let you guys know, like, that's what's going on in the background. Is I'm dealing with a bunch of stuff. I don't know if I'll publish it. I don't. But dealing with a bunch of stuff that I did, that really evil things that isn't who I am now, and never will be who I am like ever again. It's just I don't ever want to feel like I'm lying to you guys. I really don't. So, alright. And that's also, so now that we got that out of the way, that's also why I don't have a schedule being posted right now. Um, if you want an idea of what times, I mentioned this on Twitter, look at look at what's pinned in my Twitter for an idea of what times roughly. I'm not going to be posting a schedule for a little bit, and that's part of that. It's not only to protect myself, it's to protect my pages, and to make sure Owl doesn't say, to make sure the Sage doesn't go nuts. um, because the reality is I hurt a lot of people, and if I end up publishing this, if people know like when I'm streaming and stuff, they're probably gonna do something. So I wish I could give you better news. I wish I could tell you guys, yeah, the Chibi debut is gonna be XYZ date. I can only tell you it's gonna be on a Saturday. What Saturday? I have no idea. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm thinking about doing it as another charity event. I'm not certain. Like, I'm 50-50 on doing it as another charity event. Um, I might do it as a subathon. It'd probably be the only time you'd ever get a subathon out of me. I'm not even kidding. Alright. Um, just because it's gonna be the only time that I will have the time. Like, let's say we do the debut like August 1st. August 1st is my last day at work. Alright. So August 2nd we could do as the debut, and it's gonna be the only time I will have the time to do a subathon. So it might be the only time you'd ever get one out of me. But I don't know. I honestly do not know. There's so much up in the air right now that I wish I could give just better answers. And I know that one of my animators that I use, CloudZ, who drew and animated the stream starting screen, this. CloudZ got back on vacation, which is good because Satch, the other one, he just went on vacation. So um, so we can start getting pieces animated that need to be animated, thankfully. Alright, so we can get the intro screen animated and we can get the BRB screen, because those are both done. The intro screen and the Be Right Back screen for the Chibi debut is done. Alright, and then I'm waiting on Mel, who's a really good friend of mine. A really fantastic artist. Her only thing is that she even admits this, is that she is slow. That's it. And that's okay. I'll give her as much time as she needs. But waiting on Mel to just finish the backgrounds and finish the new overlays. Everything else is done. That's what we're waiting on. Alright. Once all that is done, I'll make an announcement. Because that's going to be a very happy and exciting day. It'll be no more PNG. I mean, it'll be like a redeem. I think I'll start that out as like 25k, kind of. Or maybe 20k, you can bring back the PNG. Okay, fine. But like, going forward, it might double every time, where it's like 40k. And then like, yeah, like once we actually get the live 2D model. But yeah, I just want to cover the announcements. I'm always transparent with you guys. I'm always very honest with you guys. And so, Pages, I just want to let you know what's going on in the background. Like, why Chibi debut hasn't happened yet. Waiting on some artists. Why there isn't a new schedule coming out. And what the heck is he tweeting about on Twitter. And it's, I'm working on something. And just kind of just letting everyone know, like, this is what's going on. And I'm working on something to put to bed a lot of things that I did, so I never have to think about them ever again. Yeah. Anywho. But yeah, I don't know if and when the Chibi debut, like I don't know if it'll be a charity stream or if it'll just be a subathon. It might be a subathon because I could use the money because I don't have a guaranteed job. I'm just leaving my job. But that's okay because if I don't even get the judge job, the judicial apprenticeship, tired, then that's okay. Okay. That lets me focus more in school. So like there's just a lot I don't know. But what I do know is that we're gonna get through Mount Moon today. Haha. How do you like that transition? We went from talking about really sad, really heavy stuff to Although, the music is always nice. I'm really starting to dig the Pokemon ASMR. It is such a vibe. Cause like, oh, that reminds me, I gotta send an email tomorrow about the ASMR mic. Previously on your quest. This is such a cool thing that they did for this gen. Nightmare! Welcome in, Nightmare, welcome in. You're just in time. Alright, I went through, just got done with announcements, talked about what's going on behind the scenes, about that project I'm working on that is dealing with a bunch of stuff I did in the past that I'm not proud of, and about the Chibi debut and like what we're waiting on. So, but welcome in. You're just in time. Cuz we're going to go through Mount Moon today. And just as an announcement, I have no more community names. Now, we're not going to be catching any Pokemon anytime soon. Not until we're past Mount Moon, of course. But how are you, Nightmare? How are you? What's going on? And Aura, what's going on in your world, too? And to all my other pages, tell me what's happening. What are the good things? We started off talking about some really negative and heavy stuff, alright? But you know what? What are the good things that happened to you? Let's talk about that. Alright, let's see. Brug? I think Brug is gonna learn a water move. Let's see if Brug can... Whoa. Take this thing down. Oh yeah, Brug got this. Yeah, so, like... Man, I'm trying to remember Mount Moon. Like, for me, a lot of the good stuff that's been happening, and this is why, is despite all of this, like, really bad, like, sitting and writing through and working through all this really bad stuff has been very therapeutic, and it's something I highly recommend. Oh, no one's required to chat. I'm here to help you guys get comfy and fall asleep. Absolutely no one's required to chat. Okay? If you want to sit there and lurk in your own quiet corner in the library, go right ahead. Come on, let's go. Alright. Sippies, everyone. Everyone get sippies. Everyone get sippies. But let's see, catching up. So we caught Lapras. We caught a table. Which Lapras, table is such a good name for Lapras. This is a psychic Pokemon. I'll show you. Let's see. Dorothy, go. You probably. Is this like psychic fighting? Like, Let's see. Like, what's the typing of Medicham? Oh, Eep. 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 What do we got? What can we do? So the Eep is I saw what they were using. They were using Bide. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. What happened? Did you like... Yeah. Oh my goodness, I hate when that happens. We're not gonna sit here and try to hurt it. Hopefully Dorothy's okay. Shh. Oh boy. I'm sorry about the heavy breathing, but like, what the heck? Bide is scary at low levels. Bide is so scary. Get out, Sped, and get out of here. Wishcash? Wishcash? What does Wishcash do? I gotta pull up something. Isn't this music? Like, I am really, really, really starting to dig Pokemon ASMR. Like, it is just such a vibe and a half. Um, it is such a vibe and a half. Come on, let's get Jailbait out, and then we gotta head back and make sure everyone gets healed. Water ground. Oh, I see. I see. I said, boy. Get confused, my boy. Get confused. Can't tell your whiskers from your rear, my boy. There we go. I don't know. I think I'm also just adopting like piano as our official ASMR music, background music. I really like it. It's really a mood. It's good for almost anything, honestly. Like I can have these just casual conversations with you guys and be like, okay, let's talk about XYZ. And then we can turn around. Mist doesn't do any damage, right? Does Mist do damage? I can't remember. No. Okay. Boom. But yeah, I don't know. So like, not going into detail about that negative stuff because that's not comfy or cozy. Just working out has really helped. It's really, really helped. And yeah. I don't know. Not in the mood to cry on stream today. I already did that once. I already did that once, but we don't need to do it again. Not for a long time. Long time. Weeb! Welcome in, Weeb. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the lurk, okay? Be safe in the library when you go exploring. Be safe. It can get really dangerous. Alright. One of the mages, they forgot to feed one of the cooking books, okay? One of our enchanted cooking books, they've got to feed it. And so it's been going around just nipping off pages from other books. Worried that it might eat someone, but that hasn't happened in a couple hundred years, so we're good. And if it does, it's not like there's going to be a report or anything. Alright, that reminds me, it's retweet time. After X amount of minutes, you want to retweet when you're doing something. So quote, All right. Two, two. There we go. That might call some people in. Assemble. That's actually one of my long-term goals. Is I want to make friends with a bunch of artists, and I just want to be able to like one day go on to the yeah, one day I want to go on and on Twitter or something and just like, or on the Discord and be like, artists assemble, and just do some like crazy project. Just because that'd be a lot of fun. Because that's what life really should be about. Alright? Like, getting into a bit of a rant here, a philosophical rant. AI art is cool for like testing out concepts, but it's not ethical currently. It can't be made to be ethical. Alright? And I'll admit that I, in designing Ruin here, my VTuber, I did use AI art to like get an idea of what I wanted. Alright. But I want AI to do the boring stuff. Like, can I have AI that does the math, the taxes, that does the office jobs, that like where's my AI CEO and all that stuff? Those are apparently irreplaceable positions. Um, so that way we can enjoy life more. That to me is what AI and machines should be used for, is and not getting into politics or anything like that. All right, I want to just avoid politics. Always, always, always. Okay? Because I know I'm already talking about a very divisive issue. Um, just generally speaking, 100 years ago, they predicted by now we'd only have to work 15 hours a week. And we don't have to talk about why that is, alright? Why that is or isn't, because that can get political. Um, but economists were looking at our productivity, and based on our productivity from 100 years ago, they were saying that at this rate, we would only have to work like 15 hours a week. And they were right. That's the weird part. We would only, like, the problem isn't the amount of productivity that your average worker can generate, because there's machines, there's so much out there that you can just enhance your output more than you could have 100, 200 years ago. Our species has gone from like in 300, like this is crazy to think about. In 300 years, which is a long amount of time, okay, our species has gone from using hand tools and animal labor to maybe do 1 or 2 acres of worth of work, to maybe do some work that would take years to do. Okay, like let's just pick on an example. All right, let's pick an example. Um, we're gonna pick a trade that's not really around as much anymore. Which, massive respect to the trades. Trades are definitely a good thing. Okay. If you look at cobblers, people who make shoes, that used to be a job that was kind of like this secure-ish sort of position, because everyone, no matter what, everyone needed shoes. All right, and that was something that um, was like a family thing that you could pass down all the way up until like the Industrial Revolution, and it was a very 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 specific set of skills. And then the Industrial Revolution happened, and now instead of one person spending maybe a day, 2 days, 3 days to make one shoe, okay, one person, one person can spend 1 hour to make 100 shoes. That's crazy to think about. That really is. That's how much progress and productivity that we've had. And so the issue isn't our ability to make or produce things. The issue, for better or for worse, is with ourselves and always wanting to have more things made. Okay? If we were to pace ourselves, like, I know, like, getting an entire species to be like, whoa, let's slow down, isn't gonna happen anytime soon. But over and over again, the research has shown, like, we all could be working 15-hour days. Absolutely. Except for, like, certain sectors, we all could be working 15-hour days if we just slowed down. Anyways, let's take on this Team Rocket. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that. I hope you liked that rant. When you studied as much as I have, you learn so much, it just spills out. Oh, okay. Ekans. What a Team Rocket move. What a Team Rocket move. Oh, Ekans says intimidate. I want to see how strong this Ekans actually is. Okay. I'm expecting a second lead. Oh, that was more than I was expecting. Okay, end it. End. Okay, good table. Good table. Let's see, artillery. I know that's a poison type. I wonder if Rocket's like coded to always have poison. I'm actually just really kind of hesitant. Because I'm like, artillery. Because it's just like, okay. Because isn't artillery like water poison? Right? Right? Because it's a second gen. I know it's a second gen. Oh, it's just water. I thought it was water poison. Because the octopus. Okay. Okay, so we probably can use rage then. Boom. Uh-oh, he's actually, yeah, they're actually doing quite a bit for just using water. Um, let's switch out here. Okay. Good choice. Good choice. Dory swipes a go-go. No! Dorothy! Dorothy, come back from Oz. Come back from Oz, Dorothy. Oh, but yeah, even for the Chibi debut, even the new music. Alright, we're gonna have new intro music. We're gonna have new intro music. So as some of you have noticed, I tend to alternate between using my custom intro music, which I don't remember who did it, but y'all should go follow him. He's down in the credits. Really awesome guy, does amazing music. I don't remember who did it, but nose pass. What's a nose pass? I feel like that's some sort of booger joke. Anywho, yeah, really awesome guy. But we're gonna get new intro music, not just for, because I alternate between using the intro music that I already have, that way it doesn't get stale, and then using and then using like music like this, because sometimes I like to start off just kind of pre-relax. Oh my goodness. You truly are a champion. This is why. Eep. Okay. I'm sorry, but we're just gonna make your head go explode. I'm not gonna deal with this. Bye. So not only will we have intro music for normal streams, like when we do normal gaming, but we also have new intro music just for ASMR too. And I cannot tell you how much I've just been holding back on you guys. It's been hard. I have felt like I was going to explode, Pages. I have felt like I'm gonna explode. Like leaks are just gonna come out of everywhere. And it's just like, I don't... Gotta hold it in. Gotta keep the excitement. Gotta keep the surprise. Gotta keep the excitement. Gotta keep the surprise. Okay. Heal, heal, heal. Heal, heal, heal. Are they? Wow. Wow. They are pumping up Pokemon at blistering speeds. I'm looking and like... Sword and Shield was like brand new like 3 years ago. And then they have Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And it's just like... Zoom. Come on, let's go. Suspicious men are in the cave? What about you? My goodness. Apparently Marshall here is a suspicious men inspector. Oh my. Hello, Pineco. Oh. Isn't that against physical, right? Sleepy, 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 sleepy. Just like you guys. Just like the Pages. Oh, and I cannot wait to show you all of the new emotes. Oh my goodness. Like, okay, so I normally do not shill out. Alright. I normally don't shill. If you have the money and can subscribe, it'd be appreciated. Only. You're not required to. And if you use an Amazon Prime, that's great. That's fantastic. Only because the metrics, how Twitch does it, is the more subscribers you have, the more emote slots you get. And that's the only reason I care. That's it. It's like once I've unlocked all the emote slots for the channel, I do not care one bit if anyone subscribes to me from that point on. I really don't. I just want all the emote slots unlocked. And I've joked about this, but like, if we ever make partner, that might be graduation time. Just like first partner stream is just graduation, cause like, all right guys, I got everything I want. My goodness, my goodness. So like that is my shill. Is I suppose that's my sellout. Is if you guys have the money, only, and I literally mean only if, or you have the Prime. Only reason why I want your money or your Prime, is for emote slots, so we can all have some more emotes, and that's all. Because like, we have some cracked emotes. Oh my goodness, Rory did such an awesome job. So if you didn't know, I actually have two emote artists. They're down below. There's Rory and then there's Bunny. Rory pretty much does all the still emotes. Bunny does all the ones with movement. Rory does such an awesome job. She is so fantastic. Like, I'll put a Rory emote, like my favorite Rory emote. Please tell me it's here. No, okay, I gotta upload it. I thought, yeah, my favorite Rory emote is the money one. She did such an awesome job on that. Um, yeah, the money one. Uh, the money one is it's me sitting on a pile of cash as it rains money with some sunglasses on, just smug as all heck, and it's like, yes, life goals, life goals. Okay, let's break the confusion by sending out Dorothy. Dorothy, finish him. I have a lot of energy right now, so I don't know. Like, normally I end in like 40 minutes. Not 40, 20 minutes, but we'll see. I kind of do want to just get through Mount Moon. It's a big dungeon. It's a great big dungeon out there. Ooh, backy. Oh, no! Oh, I wanted that. Oh, hey. Table, it's your sister. Uh, Brug, go. I know, right? Well, so part of it is due to how I'll actually answer that question. I know that's a rhetorical question, but part of it is the 10-minute startup time. So, and there's, I'll look into see if I can reduce that, because I do kind of want to reduce that. But the first 10 minutes of stream is just stream starting. As like I do little things, get ready, you guys get to listen to some cool music, whatever. But also like part of the reason why 10 minutes of is like there's 5 minutes of commercials. Actually, not 5 minutes, but 3 minutes. So what it is, it gives me a 3-minute warning right when stream starts that commercials are about to start, and then you guys have 3 minutes of commercials. So there's 6 minutes right there that we are not starting. But how you have to set it up on Twitch, like if I could set it up so that way, boom, right from the get-go, the commercials would start, that'd be great. Um, but you have to set it up so that 5 minutes of stream passes first before commercials start. I can't just be like, hey, yeah, I want commercials to start right when I start streaming and at the top of every hour or whatever. And that really and truly is how it's been almost an hour. Because really, it's only been about 40 minutes. Because 10 of those minutes is the stream starting, which is really, really just an excuse to manage the commercials so that way everyone starts stream with content. Ta-da! Probably way more than you ever cared to learn about streaming. Probably way, 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 way more than you ever cared to learn about streaming there. Most people. Like, don't get me wrong. So, streaming is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I do think everyone should try it. But I also know that most people aren't going to, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Even if you just face cam, or heck, if you don't use a cam at all, it is a lot of fun. One of the things that it's really good at is making you comfortable with speaking. So, like, if you have... Okay. Well, glad you enjoy it, Ara. Glad you enjoy it. But yeah, if you have trouble with, like, public speaking or just speaking in general, streaming helps a lot with that. Because as with anything in life, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So that's why a lot of like the pro streamers are really, really funny. It's not like they're special personalities and things like that. It's that they just had a lot of practice. Neat. They just had a lot of practice. Okay? And if I could teach you pages anything, is to look at the world like that. Not that everyone has these special talents in all of this stuff, which of course everyone does. Alright, but we'll get to that. Just that some people have practiced more than others. Now, there is luck involved, don't get me wrong, okay? The fact that I was born to the family that I was born in and all of that stuff, that helps a lot, okay? So I don't wanna go off of that rant there, but what I wanna say is if you look at because you can look at the world, um, they call it fixed mindset and growth mindset. Alright. Fixed mindset is looking at the world like, if I can't do it, then it can't be done. Growth mindset is looking at the world, like looking at challenges as opportunities for learning, where a fixed mindset is looking at challenges as obstacles that impede. And that's really kind of. And so if we can teach anything, pages, anything, because I always try to teach you guys something. I'm not sure if you've noticed that. I'm not sure if you've noticed that every single stream, every single one, I have tried to teach you something. Yes. We've injected some form of knowledge. Thus is the Archsage way. But if I can teach you anything, is to always look at things as challenges to be overcome. There are people, so like, let's talk about talent here real quick, okay? There are people who are naturally going to be better at things. That's okay. That really is. That doesn't mean just because someone... Actually, we'll use a Pokemon analogy, okay? Just because someone is a level 8 Pikachu and you're a level 5 Pikachu doesn't mean you can't become a level 20 Raichu. Alright, alright. 100%. Okay. I've known many a people who are, heck, I even work with one. The guy is an absolute genius, but generally speaking, doesn't apply himself. Or to quote Doc Ock from the 2000 Spider-Man, the 2000 Spider-Man, brilliant but lazy. Scratchity, scratchity. Down you go. So, just because someone starts at a higher skill level than you, doesn't mean that through practice you cannot achieve a higher skill level than them. All right, but also I wanna touch on that because like part of that whole meta conversation, it's not a competition. It is not a competition. Okay? It's a collaboration. Life is a collaboration with other life, with other people. It is not this competition to prove that you're better or they're better or whatever. Okay? Um, it is this collaboration. So they might be better at you at something, but you might have a different perspective or a different way of applying, and that's okay. And there's been a lot of psychological research into this that's really fascinating. Like, generally speaking, okay, generally speaking, very generally speaking, how people develop their mindsets and stuff like that, and it's kind of like, it goes back to the formative years, goes back to like 0 to 5 being like the most important ages of anyone's life. But that doesn't necessarily mean that if you didn't have a good childhood, you're stuck. You're not. Oh. Ooh. I know what that does. I know what that does. Okay. But generally speaking, because I'm sure I don't know if Jailbait was holding TM22. I have no idea what TM22 does. Generally speaking, though, I'm sure everyone's heard that things like, if you don't know what you're doing, don't try, and stuff like that. And that comes from a resource scarce mindset, where in environments where there's not that many resources, where having something break, having something fail, generally means that either as an individual or the group or some combination is going to be worse off. That's where that sort of mindset comes from. Okay. But the reality is, life is very long, and the way that we learn is by making mistakes. So, go out there and make those mistakes. Go learn. Alright, I'll get off of my soapbox here. Okay? And I just wanted to encourage you guys to go do stuff that makes you happy and try to frame it in such a way that even if it seems impossible, it's not. And like, because I grew up with constantly being told if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Or if you're just gonna make a mess, or all of that sort of stuff. And wasn't until very, very later in life that I actually tried doing things. Because over and over and over again, I was told that, well, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. But, man, imagine walking up to a baby, because this is what you're doing when anyone's trying something new. Everyone, no matter what they're doing, what age they are, when they start something new, they start off at the skill level of a baby to a toddler, okay? So imagine walking up to a baby or toddler that is like sitting there drawing and be like, your drawing sucks. I mean, on one hand, it's kind of funny, because it's like, who would do that? But on the other hand, that's what those sort of people are doing. That's exactly what they're doing. And it's really sad. When someone walks up to someone who's just started drawing and it's like, oh, aren't you a Picasso? It's more about them than it is about you. Anywho, let's get into another Pokemon battle. But, I think, okay, so, inspirational soapboxes aside, ooh, you're a fire type. I like this. I know most of the types. I'm not constantly going, what is this Pokemon? Why? Let's actually talk about extreme things. I think, oh snap. Okay, don't worry, Brug knows water. Brug should be faster than Slugma. Boink. Goodbye, Slugma. Goodbye. Bye-bye-bye. Nice, Dorothy. Nice. Oh gods. Yeah. Yeah, we are gonna. That's a dark type, and we need to actually break up the whole. So yeah, let's talk extreme things. Dark ground or dark rock? I don't remember which. Alright, table. I think dark ground, which if that's the case, water gun. Yep. That's a little terrifying. Let's actually... So, let's see. For those of you who want to get into streaming, alright, and this is coming from a manager perspective, because managing I've done a few, alright. I currently am Chief Bro's manager. He's our barbarian friend, and I was Gentle GF's manager. And then I was incredibly blessed for a while, incredibly lucky, to work with Sayu's manager and learn from her. Which I highly recommend you go check out Sayu. She's absolutely amazing. Really just a wonderful person. Fun to watch. Fun to watch, especially if you like gacha games. Like, she's a big gacha streamer. Watcha! And so... And some context on that one, actually. So, Sayu is one of the biggest indie VTubers out there, okay? And so, like, I got to work with her manager for a little bit, and I'm incredibly lucky on that. I cannot. And learn from her. So... There we go. I just want table to get all experience. Num num. Okay, so like a lot of what I'm gonna say is gonna come from like a manager perspective and not so much from like a streamer perspective. Okay. Although I'm lucky-ish because like, oh yes. Sorry, getting sidetracked. Growl can go bye-byes. I'm lucky-ish because people were just honest with me when I was thinking about getting into streaming. They're like, hey, you have a really nice voice. Have you thought of trying ASMR? And it's like, I love ASMR. So, and that's part of the reason why. That's not just because I love it, but like, I'm playing to my strengths. Playing to my strengths while I learn how to be a better streamer by streaming. Okay? So like a lot of what I'm going to talk about is from a management perspective. So what's management in streaming? It is a wide variety of things. And it really kind of varies from streamer to streamer to streamer what management means and what a manager does for streaming. Alright, it can mean from anywhere from like being like an actual manager where like you're dictating to the streamer what's going on, when's that happening, etc, etc, etc. Which I have friends who are like that. Go. Okay. I have friends who are managers like that, and there's nothing wrong with that management style. It can be like what I prefer, which is community management. That's what I was doing over in like GentleGF's server, where like you're more of the manager of the Discord. You don't really touch, online. You don't even really touch Twitch that much. And what you do is you manage the community. You try to get the community together. You try to help bring in more people, and you try to, generally speaking, Bass, Bass. Oh my goodness, it's our fishy friend. Hello, Bass. Hello, hello. Um, how's it going, Bass? It's been a while. What have you been up to? Where have you been? What rivers have you been swimming in? We were just talking about streaming. I gave an inspirational soapbox, and now we're just kind of talking about streaming, and I'm specifically talking about management and like different managers. Okay. And different like stream management styles. Congratulations. Where'd you move again? Were you the one who was like moving all the way over to like some European country? Which if you are, can I come and stay? Please. Oh, okay. Or was it Texas? Texas. I'm gonna get it eventually. There's only so much land. Okay. That's enough fun for you. Ah, it was Texas. Got it. I knew I'd get it. Knew I'd get it eventually. See? There's only so much land. So yeah, there's like community management, which is what I was doing for GentleGF, which is about focusing about growing the community, about growing the Discord, getting people to participate more, getting people to be more interested in the streamer. And I was doing a little bit more than that, but like reaching out to other communities and trying to. So, I'm not sure if you were here, but we learned the hard way, the very, very hard way with the Soul Silver run, that Soul Silver version that I got is incredibly hard. It's cracked out. So we lost to Bugsy because Bugsy's first Pokemon, and granted, all my Pokemon were level 20. Alright, Bugsy's first Pokemon was level 26. We didn't even get past it. We didn't even get past it. Alright, so it murdered the whole Soul Silver team. You can go back and watch that VOD. It's on YouTube too. Like I was all like yippee and cheery and like we were doing Pokemon ASMR. It was really hard to stay quiet while that was happening. No! Why Mount Moon? Why? Oh my goodness. But so then we restarted and we're doing Gen 1. We're doing a Gen 1 Nuzlocke. Specifically, it's technically Gen 3, but we're playing Leaf Green Nuzlocke, which by the way, there are names up. Yeah, because I've never played Gen 3, and actual Gen 1 games, like I own Gen 1 games, I've played them, but the actual Gen 1, while it's nostalgic and it's fun, from a nostalgic standpoint, it is a glitchy mess. It is a horrendously glitchy mess, and it is. Woof. Bow wow. Like there were some decisions. Decisions were made. But anyways, like community management, kind of resuming off of that. Sorry, and I'll bounce between two topics. It's okay. Yes, yes, it is super slow. Plus, I don't know if I could resist missing go. I really don't know if I could resist missing go. So yeah, community management is like reaching out to other communities and just basically, generally speaking, making the community more inclusive, policing it, and also getting more people to come in. Okay? So there's many management styles. And then there's also the person who trained me. The person who trained me, she's amazing at being a manager. She's been doing it for like 12 years. She's beyond amazing. What she does, which is like an all-inclusive, I do everything but stream, basically. And she does stream herself, but yeah, that's another story for another time. Where it's like, I make your schedule, I make all the business decisions, I do everything. I basically act as a second streamer, but you're the one who streams. Um, so yeah, there's that. What I do for Chief Burbs is I make all the business decisions. That's totally okay, Bass. That's totally okay. We're trying to get through Mount Moon today. That's kind of my goal, but I'm not certain because we are getting kind of late. So we're going to see what we can do. Okay? Oh, Magnemite. Hmm. That's okay. You're not required to be here, but I'm so happy to see you. I am so happy to see you. Oh yeah, I'm not worried. This Nuzlocke is way more sane. It is way more sane than that Soul Silver one. Which once we beat this one, we will go back to that Soul Silver one. I'm not gonna let it get the best of me. Now that I know what we're looking for. Now that I know that like, okay, the second gym leader have level 30s. I'm guessing the third one have level 50s. That's a little woof, but you know. Um, but yeah, so like what I do for Chief Burbs is I like make all the business decisions and pick out the artists and do all the negotiations and things like that. It's more like acting like an agent, so that way he can focus on rest well, Bass. That way he can focus on streaming and not have to worry about that stuff. So I would say, honestly and truly, if you want to get into streaming, these are the two most important people to get on your team as soon as possible. One is a manager, okay? Having someone that you can trust to that level is so helpful. It is ridiculously helpful. Alright, like, I'm gonna be honest. If you guys were here, like we had a really short stream yesterday, but if you were here for it, I was super giddy. Why? Right before stream started, I got some artwork. Like I got some spoiler stuff that I couldn't hold in. So what I did is I called the Sage and like just while the stream was started, we sat there staring at it, going, "Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking." Okay, I gotta go stream. But being able to have that, so I don't accidentally spoil it to you guys. What? Okay, so we're actually gonna take a break right now. Um, my other manager, aka Bandit, has said that we need to take a break. All right, we're gonna see if the doggy manager will let me play. Okay, we're gonna see about that. So yeah, um, really the job of a manager, kind of, I'd say overall the job of the manager is to be like a neutral, dispassionate voice. Because even though I'm the manager for Chief Burbs and I understand how management works, Sage Owl's my manager because like I can get really excited. I can make dumb decisions. I can like this is my stuff. This is my stuff. I put a lot of money into this. I've put a lot of time. I put a lot of thought. All right, I care a lot about it, and because I care, that's good and bad. All right, that means I'm gonna try to make sure it's as best as it possibly can be. That's the good side. The bad side, it means like I'm very emotionally invested and I can make a stupid decision. And so managers help you not make dumb decisions. And that legitimately is a lot of times um, when I was working with Burbs, when I was working with Nemu, Although Nemu was very independent, like she would ask me for a second opinion occasionally, but for the most part, she didn't really want like second opinions. Um, she just wanted someone to help her with her community, and that's okay. Um, and then when I was learning from Sayu's manager, um, it was all about being able to make, uh, being able to be neutral and make decisions and help give advice. So there's kind of like the insight to like managers, and that's why I say that if you're gonna start streaming, get a manager. It doesn't matter what size you are. Some people are like, oh, I'm gonna wait till I'm big. Nah, don't, don't. Get a manager as soon as possible. Even if it's like someone who doesn't want to do the work, like get a trusted friend that you can talk to about this stuff as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Uh, what else? What else? What else? Um, let's see. So this is kind of controversial. Ooh, I think we're actually close to the end of Mount Moon. I don't know why, but I have this in my head as hello there. I have this as the end. This is kind of controversial, okay, among streamers, but dead air is a topic. So there's some people who are like, it is what it is. And what do I mean by dead air? Dead air is where you're not talking, there's no entertainment. Like, to kind of use the Markiplier meme, the keys aren't jingling. You don't have the jingle jingle, pay attention, jingle jingle. So there are some who are like, it is what it is. If there's dead air, whatever. There are others, um, and these are on extremes, by the way. So like there are others like me, where it's just like there will be no dead air. Dead air is the enemy. Both are okay. All right. Decide which one you're going to be, and set your expectations based off of that. I treat streaming, so as I've said, I treat this as like some weird mix between a job and a hobby. I'm doing it for fun, but I want it to be as good as it can be. Okay. So because of that, I treat, like when I'm streaming, I treat it as one big game. It's like, have you guys ever seen pages? Have you ever seen keep talking and no one explodes? Seriously. Seriously, that's what I view streaming as. That's what I view dead air. It's like, okay, if we just keep talking, nothing's gonna go boom. Everything will be okay. We'll all have a fun time. So we gotta keep talking. That's legitimately how I treat streaming. Is keep talking. And that's why I go on these tangents. That's why I just non-stop. That's why I'm super chatty. But that's also like style of streaming that I learned from watching certain streamers and from working with certain streamers. Yeah, but you gotta understand like what your community wants and what they need and what they kind of expect too. Okay. So that is a kind of a controversial topic, is dead air and what to do about it. Generally speaking, the bigger you are, like the bigger streamer you are, the less you really have to talk. Like seriously, it kind of sucks, but like there's a certain point where um like you can go into some people who have like 2K, 3K in stream, and they are taking long breaks between talking, and they might get up and go away for 10 minutes because there's a certain point where like stream is self-propagating, where people are coming in and they're talking to each other, which is what you want as a streamer. You want that really hard, okay? Because that means you have a really good community, that means people in your community like each other, and it also means, like, being a little facetious, being a little sarcastic, it means less work for you. um, let's see. I don't know, I hope this is educational. I'm covering a lot of ground really fast. Just to kind of fill in the fact that we're also, so like me constantly talking like this um, is also kind of disguising like what we're really doing right now as we're working our way through Mount Moon is we're really grinding. Um, and for better or for worse, Pokemon grinding streams aren't exactly the most exciting content, which is also why I kind of like this Pokemon ASMR, and I might keep this up. Okay, gotcha. Haha, you're gonna be dead soon. Because, it doesn't matter if it's exciting. Actually, if it's not exciting, that's all the better. Because the whole point is to help you guys fall asleep. Is to give you a voice to listen to, something to kind of not think about. Because, like, I have this problem from time to time. Do any of you, pages, um, do any of you, like, have this problem of just your mind's running? So playing something in the background kind of helps you just zone out. So that's part of the running commentary and the running conversation and all of that. But yeah, and the Pokemon, well, it's not visual ASMR, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, visual ASMR is really really nice. It's something just to be on the screen. It's something just to be on the screen, just to kind of boom. If you're still awake, give you something to look at. And that's okay. That's really okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What's some other things? Oh, yes, 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 yes. So I'm sure some of you have noticed that every once in a while I ask open-ended questions. That's on purpose. That's how, for lack of a better, that's how you encourage engagement. I was gonna say that's how you farm engagement, but that has a different context to it. That's how you encourage engagement. That's how you get people interested, is because generally speaking, very generally speaking, pages, when people ask for, like when people ask a question, there's usually a tendency to want to pay attention. Maybe even answer it, but at least pay attention. Very generally speaking, okay? The other thing I'm doing, which is another psychological trick that I recommend for streamers, is, and you'll see other streamers do this, they usually say chat, 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 but I don't like the word chat. Um, it's a very harsh word. By that, I mean, because being an ASMR streamer means I pay attention to sounds a lot, and a lot of ASMR streamers do. Chat as a sound has a very hard consonant sound at the start, the ch, and then a very hard consonant sound at the end. T. Um, as opposed, and this is, you don't have to, like calling your chat something else, calling you guys pages instead of chat, aside from the pun, which I do enjoy. I really, really do. Um, let's see. Where was I going with that? Sorry. Sometimes mine gets a little too ahead. Yeah, calling you guys pages instead of chat, or some other nickname instead of chat. That's really just an individual decision. I like pages not just because of the pun, that's where it starts, but also because of how it sounds. If by saying pages, it sounds a lot softer. Alright, but this is a psychological trick that you can use in your real life too. It's not just like a streamer trick, but when you say someone's name, okay, um, it makes them pay attention more. So like by saying pages, that's kind of like cueing you guys, like, oh, let's pay attention. I don't know. Are you not entertained? Are we learning a lot today? Have I snuck enough lessons in? I mean, we're not sneaking them in at this point. Oh, we are not sneaking. There is no sneaking in at this point. Oh my goodness. Ah, there is no sneaking in at this point. This is just straight up bludgeoning you guys. Being like, okay, guess what? You're gonna learn some tricks about streaming, and you're gonna like them. By the end of this, you're all gonna be streamers. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah. But yeah, there's just some general things. And of course, the most important thing is find out what works for you. Alright? I think the best advice for streaming, big, small, or whatever, is one, be realistic about your chances. There are so many streamers out there who are, like myself included, who are not making any money off of this. Okay? There are so many who, like, and unfortunately, there are a lot of people who get into this, like, thinking they're going to be the next big one, and some will. Good, Ara, I'm glad. I'm glad. No, that's okay. If I'm just background noise to you, that's fine. Alright. But yeah, there are so many streamers who think that I'm gonna be the next whatever, and oh, she's just coming up here to say hi, Bandit. Okay, and statistically, yeah, um, one out of I'm just gonna make up a number. All right, one out of I don't know how many people are streaming on Twitch right now, but let's say there's like 300,000 people who are streaming. Statistically, 100 out of those 300,000 people are going to be the next multi-millionaire streamer. That is a statistic fact. Okay? But that also means the other ones. Are we back now? Please tell me we're back. Please tell me we're back. Okay. It said that we dropped. So yeah, I mean in the statistical sense. So like colloquially, when we say majority, like there are 10, let's say there's 10 apples, and I know I'm getting into math. Sorries. Not really. Um, and you take 8 of them, most people would say you took the majority of them. Okay? But so there's 10 apples. You take 4 of them, someone else takes 3, and everyone else gets 1. Alright? That person who took 3 took a majority. Their majority is smaller than your 4. Their majority is smaller than yours, but it still is a majority of them. So when I say majority out of that like 300,000 people, hypothetical 300,000 people that are streaming, I don't I don't have a percentage for you. I can make up one. Let's just say I let's be pessimistic and let's say 30% of them will never ever make enough money to compensate them for their expenses, whatever those expenses might be. Period. That's really pessimistic, but like, so be realistic about your chances. That doesn't mean, oh, Houndour, where were you earlier? I needed a fire type, now I have to kill you. That doesn't mean don't try. Definitely. Because remember, 100 of those. Bandit, I can't do anything about the heat. Oh my goodness. 100 of those streamers are going to be the next multi-millionaire streamer. Okay? That doesn't mean don't try. It means understand that you're not guaranteed. And then once you understand that you're not guaranteed, okay, this is the second piece of advice I can give to anyone who wants to stream. Stream, and this is probably more important than the first, but they're connected. Stream for fun first and foremost. Do this, and this is also good advice for life. Whatever you do, do it for fun. But stream for fun first and foremost. Because whether you become a big streamer, small streamer, whatever, whenever you hop online, you will be having fun. And I've said this so many times, interested is interesting. Someone who is interested in what they're doing, someone who is having fun is always a positive vibe. People are going to want to come to that. Okay? So, that's why, like, that's why I focus more on, like, I don't want to say be a selfish asshole and focus on your fun. Don't do that. I've been there, done that. Does not work out. Let me tell you. But focus on having fun first. Focus on doing this for fun. Oh, wow. That is a little too on the nose. Don't you guys think? I'm sorry. Like, that's so random, but the random Pokemon we ran across was Kabutops. That's a little too on the nose. That is a little too on the nose. Rockwater. It's so weird to be playing this, and like, just... I haven't really played a Pokemon game in over 12 years. Okay? And then just randomly, this knowledge that I know, I don't remember when I learned it, but like randomly this knowledge that I have from all those years of playing Pokemon as a kid just pops in my head, and I'm like, okay, it's that type. Like Machamp, fighting, got it. Fighting, got it, okay. And it's just like, okay. I don't question, it's just, okay. Those sleeper codes, man. Those sleeper codes. But yeah. Is do it for fun first, because people will come. People will come if you're having fun. Okay? And so, I'm hoping, I don't remember how close we are to the end here, but it feels like we're close. Man, I keep running into Pokemon that I would have caught. I'm sorry for the burps. I think we're gonna have to switch who the lead Pokemon is at this point. Oh my goodness, Bandit. I really just want to get through Mount Moon. But it's also 1:30, so, and we're almost at the 2-hour mark. So unfortunately, Pages, given that my doggy manager over there is saying we're done, we're gonna be done for tonight. We're gonna save. We should be back about 3 p.m. tomorrow-ish, 3 p.m. EST tomorrow. again, because I am working on that project that is where I talk about a lot of really shitty things I did like a year and a half ago. All right. Um, where I talk about that stuff. Because we're working on that, I'm not going to be posting a schedule, and the reason behind that, and I'll be honest, because I'm always very transparent with you guys, and I want to keep that going. The reason why is because it's to protect myself, it's to protect the sage, it's to protect the mages, and it's to protect you guys, my pages. Because if I do choose to post that, if I choose to finish it and post it, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. What it is it's an answer to a call out post. I was called out, and it was deserved. I don't want to. It was very much deserved. I do not want to. I do not want to miscommunicate. I was trying to think of a word, but like I do not want to miscommunicate. I do not want to represent. That call out was very much deserved. Okay. Um, and what I'm writing right now is, and working on, is an answer to it. I don't know if I'll ever post it. I don't know if I'll ever need it or use it. Just doing it is helping me work out a lot of things. But, yeah. It's the reason why there won't be schedules for a little bit. Is I don't want people who don't know who I am now, who knew who I was, but don't know who I am now, to come here and make a scene. Okay, so with that said, let's go find someone to raid. Okay. You stop it. Stop it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's having a revolt. Alright, for the second time we're gonna go raid Spoonie. I was looking for people, but she's the first one that came up, and he is revolting. He is revolting. Alright everyone, I say this nearly every stream, but I truly and duly mean it. Thank you so much for showing. I hope next stream we should be going and finishing up Pokemon ASMR. Okay, we should be we're probably finishing up Mountain Moon. Pokemon's probably just going to be an ASMR game. I really like it. It's a good vibe, the music and all that stuff. But okay, I really do mean this. I say this almost every single stream, and I absolutely and truly mean it. Alright? Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, really thank you. The time that you spent here is never, ever underappreciated. You could always go watch another streamer, you could go watch Netflix, you could do so much more. Like walk a dog. I don't know. But, instead, you choose to be here in our humble little library, and I want to thank you so much for it. Reminder to just be kind. I gotta take care of it. I'm sorry. Cheers.